As Syrian and Russian forces attempted to retake land lost to rebels on Thursday, Turkish forces supporting the rebels came under fire. Their bloodiest day in the conflict so far. Helicopters and ambulances were seen streaming across the border earlier in the day to evacuate the wounded. Returning to Hatay as crowds gathered outside the hospital, Turkey says it's responding by attacking every known Syrian government target. Turkey has thousands of troops in Idlib supporting rebel forces, at war with Syrian troops backed by Russia. Turkish airstrikes have been pounding Syrian government positions for days. A de-escalation zone agreement between Turkey and Russia, signed in 2018, was intended to prevent such fighting and protect 4 million civilians living there. Far from de-escalation, there's an unfolding calamity for civilians in Idlib, as Turkey and its rebels battle Syria and Russia. Whatever happens with Sarakib, it won't end there, or anytime soon. Turkey says it will deepen its involvement in Syria against the government it's now labeled the enemy.
2019, in the front lines inside Idlib, it's always like this. They almost come face to face. But yesterday was something different because this is the first time that so many soldiers are hit at once and killed at once. That's why the officials have reacted harshly yesterday, and we heard from the presidential representatives that Turkey is retaliating, and they have retaliated. But of course, this is a critical process because Turkey has many troops inside Idlib. First, the troops went there based on the Sochi agreement and Astana agreement that Idlib would be a de-escalation zone, and Turks and Russians would establish military observation posts to observe the possible violations of the de-escalation. But after the latest tension, Turkey deployed more reinforcement, more troops, but I have to tell that the airspace is closed by the Russians and the Syrian regime. So whatever success the Turkish forces and the rebels gain on the ground, there is always this possibility, like it happened the end of January. It has turned out like a combat mission because there are also combat soldiers on the ground, and the rebels are on the ground. And after yesterday's incident, I've been hearing that the command level was given orders to hit any foreign item or element in the airspace, and Turks are ready to hit Syria from land and air, from the bases inside Turkey, which are mainly in the southeastern city Diyarbakir base and from Incirlik base. Today we will be learning more about the military mission, how they're going to conduct, how they're going to respond. But it turns out Turkey will retaliate at any means from now on, because the military is also very angry and the motivation of the soldiers over there is very down.
Turkey's response was swift. Turkish officials released footage showing the retaliatory strikes, saying they have fired on all known Syrian government targets. And near the Turkish border with Greece, refugees are waiting at the border to cross into Europe. Turkish officials say they will open the border to millions of Syrian refugees who want to go to Europe, reversing a pledge Turkey made to the European Union in 2016. Turkey has given Syria an end-of-the-month ultimatum to retreat. With Syria and its ally Russia refusing to back down, a humanitarian ceasefire may prove elusive.
Clashes in recent weeks, but that airstrike, according to what we understand, has caused the largest death toll for Turkey in a single day since it first intervened in Syria 4 years ago. Now, Turkey has been hitting Syrian regime positions in Idlib in the past hours. That's according to the presidential palace in Ankara. It comes after a national security meeting was held in Ankara, chaired by President Erdogan himself. So no signs of backing down here from Ankara. And let me remind you, President Erdogan has also given Damascus a deadline. He wants the Syrian regime forces to withdraw to previously agreed ceasefire lines by the end of the month, which is essentially today or tomorrow. Considering the situation on the ground, this is highly unlikely. So we might see more confrontation, more escalation in the days to come.